We're making black pepper chips today. And so our black pepper chips is essentially our burger pickle. That's the one that we like to use, you know. It's definitely a summertime pickle where you take it, you'll put it on a burger. It's got a heavy black peppercorn flavor. And then you get a little bit of heat from a jalapeno as well. The process is kind of, we come in here, we start the prep, and the prep is all cutting. Getting the cucumbers ready, getting all the produce ready. And then we'll pack the jars, and we'll use that machine over there. We'll fill them up with brine. And after we fill them up with brine, we'll cap them, put them in the brazier over there, and heat them to a temperature to make sure we kill all the bacteria, put them on the rack to cool, and then in 3 weeks, they're beautiful pickles. Pickles were always a comfort food to me, so after a breakup, I went to the grocery store. I'm walking down the pickle aisle looking for pickles, and I'm just thinking to myself, man, this is all garbage. So I bought cucumber, salt, and vinegar. I went to Grandma's house, and I said, what do you know about making pickles? She's like, nothing. So I'm like, all right, let's figure this out. That was 2 years ago, and here we are. We just got into Heinen's. Heinen's has put our pickles on their shelf on Friday, which is definitely a big deal for us because we've only been in business for about 7 months now. We sold our first jar June 4th. Crazy. It all starts right here in a bushel. Right now we're getting our cucumbers coming in from like Florida, you know, Alabama, down southern United States. But in the summertime, all of it comes from right here in Ohio. I'll drive down to southern Ohio to like Litchfield or Homerville, and I'll go and I'll meet with my Amish growers, and they'll bring me some of the most beautiful cucumbers. Ohio grows the best produce, so. The bigger ones, we like to use those as spears. I'm putting garlic in the jars. Garlic's gonna go first, and then we're gonna put black pepper in there, whole black peppercorns, and then jalapenos are gonna go in, and then we're gonna start stuffing them with pickles. It took a good solid year of just being in Mom's kitchen every weekend, making a few jars and just experimenting with, you know, how much salt goes in or how much sugar goes in, how much vinegar, how much water. Eventually we got to a point where people loved it and they're like, don't change it. So we're like, okay. And that's the recipes that we have now. At the time I had a mustache, and I went to one of my partners, Pat, and I said, Pat, he's the graphic designer, and I said, I want a mustache as my logo. So he got back to me a couple days later and he showed us exactly what the logo is, and I was just thrilled with it, so we went from there. All of our pickles are hand-packed from the beginning to the end. You know, it's very small scale, small batch. It's an artisan product. We take pride in making an awesome pickle.